Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And as I give you stories and things that are taking place all throughout our country and sometimes our world, I'm coming to you straight from St. Louis, Missouri. And St. Louis is no different than any other urban city in America where crazy, trepidous things take place also. And I don't know if this particular St. Louis County firefighter is just a glutton for bad luck, but he has a very interesting story that involves two deceased fiancés. And so this is how the story goes. A second woman found dead inside a St. Louis County firefighter's home. A Missouri doctor died unexpectedly at her fiancé's home earlier last month, just over 3 years after another woman was found dead at the same man's residence. Dr. Sarah Sweeney, 39, was found dead at 6:40 a.m. at a home in the Westwood area of St. Louis, Frontenac County on January 13, 2024. There was no apparent signs of trauma on the body, the Frontenac Police Department stated. While autopsy results are still pending, Dr. Sweeney's passing is being investigated as a sudden death, Captain Tim Daus told the outlet. Dr. Sweeney was found in the home of her fiancé, local firefighter Robert Daus. Her mother, Teresa Sweeney, Light, claimed to Fox News. Dr. Sweeney, who recently opened up her own podiatry practice, and Daus met while she was working an emergency room shift shortly after she moved to the St. Louis area. She was from West Virginia. Her grieving mother explained. Daus is listed as the 911 caller on the death incident report of Dr. Sweeney. But almost 4 years prior, in July 2020, the firefighter called 911 from his previous address in Creve Coeur to report that his then fiancée, Grace Holland, allegedly shot herself in the head in front of him, Fox News reported. Holland, a mother of 4, was later determined to have died by suicide. Holland's family, however, disputed the suicide claim on the grounds that she was right-handed, but supposedly shot herself in the left temple. That's an interesting, for those who are following me, that's interesting. Holland's $20,000 engagement ring also appeared in the crime scene photo, but later disappeared. Holland's family subsequently sued Daus for wrongful death. In the months before Holland's death, Daus supposedly controlled Holland's finances and threatened multiple times to end the relationship, according to Fox News Digital. So the previous fiancé before Dr. Sweeney was Miss Holland, and they had a tumultuous relationship. Holland's family also suspected him of domestic violence. And there's text messages and all kinds of stuff that Holland and Daus had going on. Daus said, "My brothers in blue are not going to do anything to me. I've already taken care of that. You're the crazy girlfriend," a relative allegedly overheard Daus telling Holland at one point. Text messages obtained as part of the lawsuit also shed light on the couple's frequent fights, which once culminated in Daus writing, "I absolutely can't be with you. I'm not marrying you." The wrongful death litigation is ongoing. When Dr. Sweeney's family heard about Holland's death, they sent her the news stories. The late doctor's mother tells Fox News. But by 2021, however, Dr. Sweeney has stopped answering messages from her mother and stepfather. So this part of it is interesting too. Miss Holland, his first fiancée, has 4 children. She's in this tumultuous relationship with this firefighter, and he's saying all these egregious and negative things to her. Her main focus should be on her children and not on this new boyfriend. So evidently Miss Holland had previously been married or had children, but her primary focus is as a mother, not a girlfriend. I think sometimes people get that a little misconstrued, no matter how old we are. If a man or woman is telling you verbally and showing you an action that they don't love and respect you, and love is an action and a verb, it has to be seen and shown, then you should get out of there. You don't reciprocate it back, the love, if they don't love you. And evidently he was telling Miss Holland, if this is true, that he did not want to be with her. So then Miss Holland commits suicide supposedly, and now he's with Dr. Sweeney. And Dr. Sweeney's mother said she was a grown adult, a doctor, and a woman. We didn't know what to do, Light said of her concerns about her daughter's relationship with Daus. Miss Light declined to speculate on her daughter's cause of death, but the doctor also suffered from mast cell activation syndrome. So Dr. Sweeney had some health issues that could be life-threatening. Dr. Sweeney also dealt with a bone disorder. The West Virginia native had been hospitalized and intubated the previous year. So she had some health issues. This is Dr. Sweeney. And Dr. Sweeney's mother said that we just wish we could have her back. We just want closure. We want it to be truthful and fair. And as of right now, we are still in shock, Mrs. Light lamented. So either this firefighter out of St. Louis, Frontenac County is the poster boy for bad luck in his selection of women. His fiance from 4 years ago supposedly committed suicide in front of him. She's right-handed. She shot herself in the left temple, which is suspicious. And then he ends up with this doctor, this podiatrist, and she just suddenly passes in his house. So I don't know if he's a glutton for bad luck, or his home is a glutton for bad luck, or is he involved in some kind of criminal death situation and or investigation. But St. Louis is a very small town. It's very cliquish. Everybody wants to know what high school you went to, and any kind of negative inquiry or rumors will spread like an epidemic disease in these smaller, mid-sized cities, and St. Louis is definitely that. So the heat is on firefighter Captain Daus for these two young ladies to have passed within 4 years of each other. He's got to do some reflection on his selection of women and how he's navigating his life. Captain Daus is like 50 years old, and the negative energy that evidently he's putting out is coming back in very dangerous and trepidatious ways and leading to death of two fiancés. So you definitely know that the Frontenac police are investigating it. I'm here in St. Louis. There hasn't been a lot of rumblings about it, but trust and believe, St. Louis County is definitely investigating it and looking through this thing with a fine-tooth comb and needle. Also, Mrs. Holland's parents are putting a lot of pressure on the prosecuting attorney's office to not let this get stale on the bookshelf. And of course, they want their daughter to be okay. And of course, Mrs. Holland's children are going to suffer, and they don't have their mother anymore. And look at the circumstances behind how she passed. This was the first fiance. And now Dr. Sweeney has passed under weird circumstances. She did have some health concerns, but firefighter Captain Daus is in some hot water. So make sure you take a look at this case, follow it. It's just starting and brewing. It made the local news a couple of times, and I waited to do a story on it. But I think now is the time to shed some light on it. Let's manifest our truth in the right direction. I'm not saying either way. I'm just presenting information, and let's live in a positive and righteous and God-fearing way.